Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to week number 6 of the After Hours Gaming League. It is game number 3 between Google and Zynga. For any of you who didn't know, my name is Day9. Is that not a fancy logo or what? Who cares? It's time to watch these 8 teams battle it out for a chance to donate $5,000 of my money to charity. Right now, down 0-2, it is Team Google, the number 2 ranked team in the After Hours Gaming League, and they will be up against none other than Zynga, the creators of, I don't know, maybe Farmville. You guessed correct because you did the Hooked on Phonics program and know exactly how to read. They are up 2-0 right now, and Zynga is desperately trying to secure that spot is the number 4, 3, or 2 ranked team that will guarantee them a slot in the semifinal playoffs of the After Hours Gaming League. And look at Perihelion, a name that I am blown away I pronounced correctly on the first attempt. In the bottom left, we have Nexus 1, the light teal Google Terran. You can always tell he's from Google because he does have that beautiful, gentle pastel cerulean blue. And meanwhile, Preposterous, you can tell he's from Team Zynga because he's Zerg. And who loves saying anything more than the Zynga Zerg? Now, the question on everyone's mind is, does Nexus 1 hotkey his Nexuses to control Group 1? No, he does it to 3, so I'm a little surprised to see him not calling himself Command Center 3, or even, Orbital Command 3. And my god, if he did Planetary Fortress 3, then we would laugh and tell him he should be focusing on his economy. You don't need to defend against rushes that early, bro. Now we do see it looks like the extractor trick from Preposterous getting himself the very, very early 11th drone. And will he be going for that 11 pool? Indubitably, my dear Sean, said Sean to himself, alone in his room, while casting live. Preposterous is going for that 11 pool, increasingly becoming a very common style. Can he thwart any early aggression from Nexus 1? I'm already concerned for Preposterous because, as we can see, the Google Terran is taking his gas geyser. This will put him in a position to go for some sort of early Hellion build. And I'm not going to lie, if you are up against some guy with very, very fast slowlings, as in he's getting a lot of Zerglings without speed quickly in the game, that can be devastatingly lossful for Preposterous. He cannot have a good method of controlling against them Hellions. Alternatively, Nexus 1 could be the kind of man who just says, I'll let one cloaked Banshee win me this game. That is one of the favorite quotes of every single Terran player from Diamond down to Bronze. In the meantime, we do see Nexus 1, wow, taking a second refinery. I don't believe it. He might just be going for that very early Banshee. The sign of a very fast Banshee with Cloak is always the double gas before the factory. Preposterous, in the meantime, is getting up his queen. He is slowly gathering up more gas. Is he really trying to go for roaches? Regardless, he is supply blocked. Oh, Preposterous, the Zynga Zerg, unable to put a period on the sentence that is, hey, my team's up 2-0. Look, he's not putting his team in a position to go 3-0. That analogy may have been a little bit complicated, but don't worry, they'll only get clearer from here. We see there's a factory planting for Nexus 1, and though I really think that this 11 pool does help out a lot against those early 2 Raxes, against everything else, I think it's very, very rough to deal with. The Lyotes are out in full force this evening, already starting to block the ramp a little bit. The natural expansion has been started for Preposterous, but holy 2 factories, Batman. Nexus 1 is in the mood for some Nexus fun. He'll be making some Blue Flame Hellions, I would imagine. Or if he just went straight for 2 factory Thor, I would lulls and laugh, as we haven't really seen that since the early days of the beta. But now Preposterous is faced with an awkward situation. He doesn't quite have enough money for the 3rd queen and mining gas at the same time. He's going to have to cut some big corners. And at the front, all he really sees is a single barracks. He doesn't see an add-on. He doesn't see a high marine count. I personally would predict Banshees. I personally would be caught with my pants all the way down and in the hallway somewhere. Unbeknownst to me, this would completely catch me off guard. The Blue Flame, huge number. Whoa, he's making tanks! It looks like Nexus 1 is actually going to be going for a mech push. We've seen him do this in some other of his AHGL games. Preposterous, though, is throwing an evolution chamber down. Oh no! It looks like he's incorrectly reading it as a fast Banshee, and when he has a whole slew of deadly mech units popping down his front door, he's gonna be crying. And here comes a pair of Marines to... No, he needs to kill the Overlord. Preposterous is starting to sneak in. He's getting close to that factory. He's getting awfully, incredibly close. And it looks like Nexus 1 has not yet noticed the Google Terran. His team is down 0-2 right now. The Google Terran desperately needs to spot this Overlord, kill it off, and get into a defensive mode that he doesn't die to this push that is about to happen right here. And now, oh no, just getting there, and he sees both factories. My heart. The Google Terrans, shots of the Marines, are able to take down the Overlord. Hellions just now popping out for Nexus 1. The tank count is starting to rapidly increase in number, and we will be seeing a Hellion tank push. Uh-oh. Oh my god, he's lining them up. Oh, he's got to be careful. The blue flame just finished. If he tells those guys to mine again, the drones, they're lining up. You got to be careful when you line them up like that. 2 blasts from a blue flame Hellion, and you will wish you were not marching in a single file line with 6-inch voices. No, no, no. Those kindergarten rules do not work on the battlefield of the digital realms. And now we see Nexus 1 advancing forward with a push that is very uncommon. We really do not see this blue flame Hellion tank push with any degree of frequency. But it is going to be remarkably effective. Now plenty of SCVs popping up into the fray. Nexus 1 essentially spending 100% of his income on this push. Can he continue to produce supply depots, or will he have to end up losing some units either way? What units does Preposterous build? He currently can only build Zerglings with speed. His Baneling Nexus coming up. Oh, the tanks! Hopping up in range of the Spine Crawlers, or more commonly called, if you're being awesome, a Sunken Colony. And look at those siege tanks nuzzling right up to the edge of that creep. The goop doesn't scare them at all. They don't need their wheels to be unslippery. They can bolt themselves to the frickin' ground. And wow, Preposterous against this extremely unusual push from the Google Terran. Looking to be in a lot of trouble. Preposterous, the Zynga Zerg, oh no! Oh, getting completely overrun. The front door has been battered to pieces. 18 Zerglings in production, but I think it's going to be hard-pressed against the 9 Blue Flame Hellions of the Google Terran. Oh, this is domination! I have never seen this style in recent days. It has only been a thing of ancient times. The Banelings get some gigantic hits. Zerglings springing into action. Looks like he will maybe clean up all the Hellions, but let me tell you something. Siege tanks can take a beating, and only a smacking is what Preposterous has in store. We see the tanks advancing forward. Oh, if they just target down that spawning pool, that'll be bad news. But oh no, he's lining them up. He's lining them up. And a couple units try to step into the fray, but with only 4 food, all of which are Zerglings. Preposterous departs the game with only 3 supply. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone to a game number 4. Nexus 1, the Google Terran, able to land a win on the table for his team. Team Google now able to say that they did not get 3-0'd at the very least, but this match is not over. Zynga is currently leading 2-1. If they win in game number 4, that will put them in 4-2 position. They will have 4 wins and 2 losses overall. If Google loses, they too will have that 4-2 position. Coming back to the rankings, we can see exactly what I'm talking about without having to refer to the realm of memorization and abstract thought. Google at 4-1 desperately wants to only have 1 loss going into the playoffs. Zynga would love to get out of that 4th ranked position, because if they are number 4, they run the risk of being against Amazon in the semifinals, the number 1 ranked team, the powerhouse that seems absolutely indestructible. Whatever you do, do not move in the slightest. Even if for some reason you have just received a shot of epinephrine to your heart, stay still, because game number 4 between Google and Zynga from the After Hours Gaming League is going to be happening right after this. Will Zynga close the series out, or does Google have the makings of a comeback? Find out after this.